the folks along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
In range. Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1862 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collinwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again on the Saturday evening, and I've got Tony with us. How you doing, Tony? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You?
I'm fine. Not too bad. Not too bad. Just you know, like our restful day of the day. My mum's recent had a friend coming today, which is cool, and yeah, it's all good today. Like, you know, just did a little bit of tea. So yeah, just lovely day here in Bristol, and here we go. So, guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button, and also like my channel, like what you see, then smash the subscribe button. If you like to super chat us, then click on the $sign. And if you like to become a member, then it's 99p. Just click on the join button as well. So we'll just go through the comments. Big up to Jeff. Looking forward to the stream. Thank you, mate. I like coffee. Hey, John and Tony. I do. And Macy said hi to you, by the way, as well. Big up to Leslie. Hi to you. And 9-0 Liverpool today. Wow. And big up to Richard, by the way. Hope you're fine. Long time no see, mate. And I hope you're keeping well with your family too. 3-0 to Toon Amar. I hope you are correct. And the cool lad as well. Hope your mum's improving. Buzz Wolfskill Amara. Hopefully Isak gets a start. Albi does as well. Big up to John as well. Do you think that Dubravka will leave? And do you think Isak will be a good signing? Dubravka will definitely go. He'll go to United, and Isak will probably start on Sunday. But do not be surprised if Eddie Howe plays as a sub and play Christopher from the start. Pray for your mum, John. Thank you, mate. Kind words. And just what I tell people, okay, loads of messages on social media. Thank you so much for your support for my mum. And my mum is being fine. She's bearing up. She has ups and downs, but look, she's been fine a day. But there you go. So, Tony, you're going to talk about the Premier League today, and any surprising results? I know Liverpool beat Bournemouth by 9-0.
Yeah, I mean that's that's a surprise of the day. I mean, I had them down to win 3-0. So for Liverpool to win 9-0, I bet everybody's Super 6 has gone out the window today because of that result as well. So Jeff Stonn will be happy. But yeah, the Liverpool game, I mean, that was just they've equalled the results with Leicester, you know, beating Southampton 9-0 and Man U beating Ipswich 9-0 all those years ago. But yeah, I mean, you've got to look at Liverpool, and you see Liverpool versus Bournemouth, and to be honest, Bournemouth are a very, very poor side. Let's not get away from the fact. And I know some people might look at that and say, oh, Liverpool's won 9-0. Oh, God, they're back on form. We're due there next Wednesday. We could get a hammer in or whatever. It ain't going to happen, because the difference is we are a totally different team to Bournemouth. You know, Man City found it hard to beat us, and Liverpool are going to find it hard against us. We are not a Bournemouth. We are not going there with the team what Bournemouth have got. You know, so don't be worried about going to Liverpool, because I'm still not fearing Liverpool. I think we can go there and get a positive result. So, you know, I'll quite happy take a point, but I can see, you know, no reason why we can't win it, because we're a totally different team. I mean, you know, Bournemouth ain't got an Isak in that team. They haven't got a Bruno. They haven't got a Botman. They haven't got a Nick Pope in goal. They haven't got a Trippier. So, you know, they've got a lot of championship players. And so, yeah, I wouldn't read too much into the Liverpool win. I think it was just because Bournemouth are just such a poor team. with a poor defence, and they've been found out. And I think Bournemouth are going to be the whipping boys this season, unfortunately, by looking at that result. Yes, they beat Villa 2-0 at the start of the season, but that was the first game when people are still a bit rusty. But no, I think Bournemouth's going to be the team that's going to get a hammering, and I hope we give them a hammering at St James's as well. Other than that, there was other results in the Premier League, like Chelsea beat Leicester, which we predicted would happen. You know, again, Leicester's now second bottom. I'm sure some of their players are going to start getting restless now. You know, and Man U got a 1-0 win, scraped a 1-0 win against Southampton.
Yeah.
And you know, but the result of the day has got to be Man City. 2-0 down to come back to win 4-2 against Palace. Haaland with a hat-trick.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm so pleased Haaland got a hat-trick because he's done my fantasy football. Well, I got 28 points thanks to him because he's my captain as well. So I got quite a lot of points for that. And yeah, so no, that's comeback of the day is the Manchester City result, definitely.
Brilliant.
Brentford and Everton played out 1-1 draw. Brentford should have won that game by reading between the lines of what I saw on Sky on the commentary. They should have won that. So overall, yeah, it's been a pretty mixed day in the Premier League, but looking forward to tomorrow and hopefully a positive result at Wolves and then kick on to Liverpool.
Big up. Brilliant said. Thank you for that. Yeah, 2-0 down, 2-0 down. They came back. Big up to Chipaz, by the way. Sam, hope you're okay. I'm glad you fended off COVID. Well done to Sam. I hope you're in fine form, my guy. Man, you beat Liverpool, sure we could too. John, we're going to have to set the straw Joe Linton on that lot. I tell you what, if Joe Linton does, that's a great game. If he plays well, the whole team plays well. Big up to Christian, by the way. Get back to work. We will. Big up to Sheik. Please hit that subscribe button, mate. I believe it's your first time. Thanks very much indeed. Bournemouth are shy compared to us. That's some Tiger. And just to Christian. Let's get the win tomorrow. Here we are, the lads. Yes, so we're going to give it a go. Kraft injury is very unfortunate. It could have been one of our first team players, exactly. Madison sure has to force to move to Newcastle now. If Van der Goor leaves to Leicester, I think it's going to be difficult to get Madison to, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Big up to Gary D as well. Hope you're okay. You have Palace on the court. It'll be a tricky game. You're my friend. I think we'll beat Wolves, no problem. I hope we do. Loaded the falls. What's going on? We might need to get a win back covering for Kraft as well. We should be over that move, by the way. We have Magrio and I like that one. And saying here 20 as well. Yeah, we're going to go to the game between Newcastle against Wolves tomorrow. Kicks off at 2 p.m. It should be a cracking game. Wolves has had a poor start to the season. 1 point for the first 3 games. Bruno Lage is under pressure, in my opinion. And he plays a 3 at the back, 3-5-2, but he has changed it to 4-2-3-1. We make a balance for his team. Chiquillo is going to be out injured, apparently. They have got some good players there, Tony. You got players like Neto. He could be on his way to Arsenal. Moutinho is ever green. But the one I'll look out for tomorrow, Tony, is Ruben Neves. This guy is world class. And if there's one player I want to buy in the midfield to play alongside Joe Linton and Bruno Gamache, it'd be Ruben Neves, because that guy, he deserves a bigger club than Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely, John. He's a great player, Ruben Neves, and I mean he can just pop the ball in from 30 yards, you know. And he's all-round play is brilliant as well. But you know, I mean, yeah, they're under pressure, and I think we'll keep the pressure on them because we'll go there tomorrow, and we'll get a positive result. I've said 2-0, so you know, let's see. Hopefully if Isak starts, or he might start on the bench, maybe Chris Wood starting. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And then bring Isak on in the second half. But yeah, definitely we'll definitely do all right tomorrow against Wolves, that's for sure. And like I say, 3 points, and we'll heap the pressure on their manager even more. We're not bothered about their manager anyway. At the end of the day, that's their problem. Let them have that problem, you know. All our problem is we won 3 points. Let's bring him back to Tyneside and keep up that table. That's all we want to do. So let's see where it takes us. But hopefully, winning breeds confidence. So we go there tomorrow, get a win, and take that to Anfield on Wednesday, and then at home to Crystal Palace next Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely right. As long as they don't get beat off them. We've got a good record at Molineux. I mean, not won a lot of games, not got beat there as well, a lot of games, but we did last season. But if you look at Neves as well, this is a player I do rate very, very highly. And he's been just his sixth season at Wolves. He's made 187 appearances for the Gourds since 2017. 21 goals. He scored 21 big goals, by the way. He scored some cracking goals as well. He's a Portuguese international, 30 caps since 2015 and 0 goals, which I'm quite surprised. But I think our midfield and our defence need to get tight to this guy, because if you give him space, he's going to absolutely belt to whatever it does. They're spectacular.
Yeah, definitely, John. He's one to watch, but I'm sure Bruno will have his eye on him. Joe Linton will have his eye on him. So even Joe Willock as well. So I'm sure Eddie Howe's already spoken to the team about this, and he's probably gone through the Wolves team and looked how they set up and put up in training, set the players. Look, this is how Wolves set up. This is how they play. And just watch them. I mean, you've even got to watch Nunez as well, because he can get in their little pockets of space like he did against Tottenham, where he had that header that just went past the post. So, not just Neves, they've got quality around the pitch, but they're just having a struggle at the moment at the beginning of the season, and let's keep it going. When you're in that rut, sometimes it's hard to get out of that rut, and I think that's what they're in. They're in that rut now, and it'll be hard for them. It'll be a tough game for Wolves tomorrow, and like I say, as long as we come back with 3 points, I don't care. Do you know what, John? I wouldn't even care if we won 1-0 and the ball deflected off Joe Willock's backside in the net on the 90th minute. It's a scruffy goal. At the end of the day, we've got 3 points. That's all that matters. And I don't care how we get it.
Absolutely. We're going to come to the next player to watch out for in a bit. And that's a positive talk there, by the way. I'll have to agree. Big up to Shearer, Mighty Mag 9, changed his name, kicking about Edson Alvarez. We're going to talk about him later on. And I've not watched him play, by the way, so don't know much about this guy, but he does play for Ajax. Who's your favourite Newcastle player? Mine's is Trips by far. For me, I'm going to have to say Bruno's my favourite player. Bruno, Joe Willock. Tripp has been outstanding. Joe has been good, but he'll get back to his best very soon. And Alvarez, his quality. Big up to Andrew. I think we badly need that 3 points, as Liverpool will be too much, but that's an AG. I thought that was a pint. No, that's a monster, mate. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, by the way. I haven't drank for 36 years, so I do not touch alcohol at all whatsoever. Leicester lost to 10-man. Chelsea, 70 men. You think Maddison will want to move to us now? I mean, people say he's been injured today, Tony, and no one don't know what's going on with Maddison at all. But when he said they're injured, we all know that's not true. But I hope we get Maddison. There's still time, but at the end of the day, it would have been better off trying to get Maddison and give Dubravka as part of the deal, make him be number one. But I think Dubravka wants to move away to Man United. That's another time to talk about in a bit. Now we will talk about another player to watch out for is Pedro Neto. And Pedro Neto, this guy is 22 years old, right? And he went out on loan Lazio for two seasons, hardly kicked a ball, 4 games, plays for Wolves, and 76 appearances, 9 goals. I think this guy is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he's got a bit of pace and skill about him. I mean, when he came on against us at St James's Park, he caused us a few problems, he's got quality there. But he's mainly at the moment, I think he's been on the bench, hasn't he, for the last 3 games? So, let's see. But another one that you've got to keep quiet, because give him the room, give him the space, and he'll hurt you. So, like I say, they've got quality on the pitch. For some reason, they're just not gelling together for some reason. And, we don't know what that is. Are they not happy with the manager they've got in charge? Are they trying to get that manager out? Who knows? But I'm sure we'll find out tomorrow. But hopefully, like I say, we get the 3 points. That's the most important part of it.
Yeah, that's what we need done, Tony. If we can get that sort of thing, that'd be brilliant. That'd be brilliant. And look, for me, I mean, Arsenal wants him as well, by the way. I spoke to a friend today in the gym and he said that, well, popped it for a little bit, not a lot, but he said that, you know, if they can get him, they probably get a top 4 this season. But he is an excellent player. It'd be cost a lot of money, but the manager has come out and said that Arsenal's not bidding for him. How many times have you heard this before? Then it is, well, it is, man. But I think he's a decent player. And the one I like as well at the back is, I mean, I think not the back up front. Jimenez is back in the team after that injury as well. I tell you what, though, I mean, people say that he's not as good as he was, but let's not be fooled by this. Jimenez is a fantastic all-round striker.
Yeah, he's a quality striker. He can, you know, but yeah, I know since he's come back from that injury, he hasn't been the same. But you know, just at the end of the day, you've got to look at players like that, and all of a sudden they'll just come back banging form, and then all of a sudden they can just hit you. It just takes one game to get your confidence back, and off you go. You know, he goes into one game and say scores a hat trick or whatever, or scores 2 goals. Then the following week he might score again, and then once he does that, he'll start scoring regular, and he got his confidence back, and you'll forget all about whatever happened in the past with the injury, and he'll be back to where he was. But at the moment, he's not the player he used to be. But you can't rule players like that out.
Exactly. I mean, you rule them out, they become very, very dangerous as well, and then we get absolutely mugged off as well. But still, and what does John and Tony think about the way we conceded our first goal against City? Do we still struggle with defence and midfield? I thought the first goal was poor, by the way. I thought he was static. I thought, in my opinion, I mean, Bernardo Silva should not allowed to get that cross in, which he did, and that's what we paid the price for the first goal, mate. So yeah, what about you, Tony? Poor first goal.
Yeah, it was poorly conceded, and I mean, the way even Gundogan had time to even bring it down and put the shot in the back, you know, and score his goal, it was just poor defending. And I'm sure Eddie Howe's spoke about that, and I'm sure he's put it right with the team and said, look, you know, we can't concede goals like this. This is poor. Same with Haaland's goal as well. Defence fell asleep. Give Haaland that little bit of space. He puts the ball in the back of the net. And that comes from a short corner that John Stones took to Bernardo Silva. So, you know, we should have been then closing that short corner down. If we'd stopped that ball coming in the box, then Haaland doesn't score. But, you know, it's all ifs and buts now, John. But that game's gone now. We drew it. We didn't lose it. So, you know, we got a point out of it. So there was a positive there. And like I say, I'm sure Eddie's gone through the video. He's probably watched the game over again. They're in his backroom staff. And then he's probably pointing out the players. He's probably put videos up and said, look, this isn't great. That's not great. You need to do this better. That needs to be done better. And probably see a different performance tomorrow. So, yeah, let's just see.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Tim Krul's tweet was a beauty today. I didn't see that tweet, but I heard it's funny, by the way. What's happened to Lordy? He was in for him and now he's off to Forest. Yeah, look, again, the club wasn't in for him anyway. Apparently, even the agent said the same thing. I sometimes feel like our scouts did the homework for other teams. That should never be happening. They should do the homework on other teams as well and then come back. Haaland hat-trick today, Chris will hat-trick tomorrow. I hope the scouts are so jealous up because they get announced next week. Do not write off Liverpool, man. Do not write them off. No. João Pedro scored today for Watford and an assist, of course. That deal would seem to have been shelved considering where we were in hospital suits. He was out of the team through an injury. Do you know what it is, right? I wish these people was being truthful. Do you know what I mean? Come out and speak the truth. Don't lie to the fans because you're only going to find out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, this ankle pain he had last week, I mean, if he was that bad, he wouldn't have been playing today. Simple as that. So he got his assist and a goal. Like we said backstage, I spoke about that, and he played the full game by the looks of things as well. But I don't think he's moving anywhere. I think he's staying exactly where he is.
Green.
And going on that Tim Crow treat, I'll just show you this, John. I'll just share on screen in case anybody hasn't seen it, because you ain't seen it.
No, I'll read this.
It's a belter. Right, here we go. So, massive 3 points to take away from the stadium of Schlecht. Great team effort to earn a clean sheet. We go again against Birmingham on Tuesday. So that's a dig at Sunderland.
I tell you what, though, right? I think that is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And you know something, right? I hope the FA don't have a. I'm sure the FA will look at that tweet as well. By the way, and he called. I think Sunderland fans are going to be absolutely furious. By the way, real talk, yeah. And I'm sure something needs to be. I wouldn't say something needs to be done about it, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's fantastic.
Beautiful. If he gets into trouble for that, John, that's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, at the end of the day, it's passion. And he's played for Newcastle for a long time, and Sunderland have been the main rivals, and he's played against them and winning teams. So at the end of the day, he's only saying how he feels, how it is, and you know what every Newcastle fan feels. You know, they don't even play at the proper Stadium Light anyway, because the proper Stadium Light's Benfica, isn't it? So you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, but that is an absolute brilliant tweet from Crow, and you know, I've got to applaud him for that.
Beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant! And I tell you what, though, Alex Neil as well it's gone to Stoke, and I tell you something, right? I mean, I thought they handled it absolutely poorly, sort of thing. Apparently, he didn't get backed off the order at the club as well. He wanted backing, but they spent 10 million on Jack Clark. Is it 10 million to spend on Jackie Clark?
I'm not sure, John, how much I spent, but to be honest with you, I mean, this is what I said yesterday. Why? And I'm not saying about Sunderland, but why would you let a manager go and speak to a rival club on the day before you've got an important game? It's like Newcastle saying to Eddie Howe, "Oh yeah, on the Friday. Oh, by the way, say for instance, we'll say Tottenham having a manager and they want Eddie Howe. Oh yeah, on the Friday before an important game, say against Man City or something. Oh yeah, we've let Eddie Howe go for talks with Tottenham. We'll give him permission." You wouldn't do it. You would say, if you want to talk to Tottenham, you'll wait till after the game. You wait till after the weekend.
Exactly.
You know, so absolutely crazy. I don't get that one. But do you know what? It's Sunderland.
Yeah.
And the thing is, John, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Exactly.
And we love it, John. Come on, we love it.
Beautiful.
Every time they do something wrong, we just love it. So yeah. And the fact that they've lost. And do you know what, John? I would love it now if whoever the new manager is can't do anything for them and they drop back into League One. Then they'll still be social distancing 2 leagues apart.
Yay! Oh, brilliant, man. Any Sunderland fans watching, right, don't take things to heart. It's only banter, okay? And I get it.
Is it?
Yay! I don't think there will be any Sunderland fans watching my channel, but...
No, I don't think so, John.
Nah. Then again, if they do, then listen, they're welcome to, but it's only bad at the end of the day. But here you go. Kraft is out for several months, apparently, which is not good. And, you know, which is showing that tweet, Leslie, I'd tell you that is funny. Kraft's on the social media saying we out for several months, a knee injury. And big up to Aaron. Love it. He's a big City fan, by the way. Barton winds and Backens up all the time. Krul should be fine. I hope he is. Big Tinkle Backens and Dubravka, who's definitely be happening any time. So we definitely need to get a goalkeeper. I'll ask that question a bit. Will Steve Bruce be going back to Sunderland again? It's Shulwin in the stars. Let's hope that is the case. That's the case. To be honest, I can't see it happening, but if it does, that'd be brilliant. To be honest, they need to spend money upgrading that done with the City. I get it. I would get rid of Wilson. Now, too unreliable and get no striker as well as Isak. Look, at the end of the day, I like Callum Wilson. I really, really do. But if Isak hits it off straight away, then I think Wilson probably has to play as a sub as well. But I heard as well they could be playing together. We should see. I see a new tweet kicking up with Sahar. Was on the bench today. Sahar is an eagle all day long. He's an eagle. And he'd fit in well. I think he'd be brilliant for Newcastle as long as he starts to cheat in. But there you go. But yeah, so you're looking at a manager, Bruno Lage as well. He's came in last season, came on a 3-year deal, right? And I have to say that he plays good open attacking football, right? Bit risky, but he leaves so open at the back. That's why he brought in Collins as well. And, he's a decent defender from Burnley. And should we be worried about Wolves, or do you think we should go there and just play our own game?
Oh, why should we be worried about Wolves, John? I mean, the thing is, though, if you look at it, the start of the season, after last season finished, and we talked about this before the season started, who were our main rivals to see a finish in 7th place? West Ham, Leicester, Brighton, Wolves. So we've drew with Brighton this season. West Ham are struggling at the bottom of the table. So they're struggling. Brighton are doing all right. They're second top at the moment, or whatever they are. So what? And Wolves are struggling. So what have we got to fear? We got nothing to fear against Wolves. And I think it might be the fact that Wolves might be fearing us more. And now that we've strengthened the striking department even more, with a £63 million man in the team, they might be thinking, whoa, hang on a minute. Yeah, this ain't great. They were probably loving the fact that Wilson was going to be out. They probably thought, oh, great. Well, that's one problem solved, because we haven't got to deal with Wilson. But we can probably deal with Wood. But now we've brought Isak in. We've now given them a new problem. And the thing is, though, we don't know how he plays in the Premier League, but he might go there tomorrow and hit the ground running and score. But it's not just that. They've got to play against Bruno, Joe Linton, Joe Willock, Kieran Trippier, Sven Botman, Fabian Schär, who are plays at left back, whether it's Dan Burn, Matt Target, we don't know. So, yeah, at the end of the day, they should be fearing us. We've got nothing to fear. Where confidence is high. Confidence is high, John, because we've won one, drew 2 Premier League games, won those Premier League games against the best team in the league, without a doubt. We've won at Tranmere, a hard-fought game where we were absolutely kicked about. And I'm going to have a rant about that referee now, because that referee was disgraceful on Wednesday night. I mean, he wasn't up for play. His linesmen weren't even up for play. So he could have had a lid on this game before it even got worse, before even Darlow got kicked the way he did. I mean, to be honest with you, that player should have been sent off for that foul on Darlow. If there had been VAR, you'd have been straight off that pitch. You'd have been gone, red card, without a doubt. And I think there would have been 2 or 3 of their players sent off that night. I mean, that Hemmings, he should have been booked well before then, but the referee kept letting things go. Now, I don't know what league that referees in, whether it's League 2 or League 1. He's not even conference standard. He's not even Sunday League standard, to be fair. He was disgraceful. So, and the thing is, he kicked in. Their players kicked a lot of our players. And probably Eddie Howe was worrying, like, how many players I'm going to lose by the end of this game, the way they went on. They were absolutely disgusting as a team, and I'm glad we dumped them out of the cup. So as I'm going back to the confidence side, this is what I'm saying. We're in confidence. We've not lost anything. We haven't lost this season yet. And confidence is high amongst the team. So, no, nothing to fear against Wolves, John.
No. They should be our rivals. We should be above them as well this season. You know what I mean? But we got better. For me, they got good players. We got good players. For me, you take out Neves out of the way. I just think they're average. And Neto as well, by the way. But not for them at all. Big up to the Crampton Wanderer as well. Great, hope you well. It looks like Mowbray's taking over at Sunderland. 2-9 for life. Conor Gallagher, Pulisic. For me, personally, I'd go for Pulisic. Keep good times for them. 3-1, 2022. We have only lost 1 game so far. Okay. Before we boost, I used to think we always lose early teams. I think are hard now. Liverpool and City, we should have beat them. I have to agree. Man U Swiss feet consider open goal chances today. And Scott McTominay seems to have handled the ball 3 times in the penalty box. I didn't say that, but if that is true, then again, they're just trying to, it's not good enough, not good into the game. I missed that the season, that 75, 83 points is enough to win the league. I think this year it'll be more competitive compared to previous years. during the league, you got to have 90 odd points because that's what Liverpool, Man City be getting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you know, if you can get up there and win that many points, then you're going to win the league regardless. What was it last year? I think there was 1 point between them at the end of the league, at the end of the season, wasn't it? So, Liverpool were fighting hard. At one point, Liverpool were winning that league, and then all of a sudden, Man City won it. So it just shows you final day how things go. But you're going to need 90 points at least to win the league. Yeah,
I think so as well. And I think the predictions for Wolves tomorrow, I reckon it's going to be Salah and goal. And according to this, it could be a back three. I think it'll be a 4, by the way. But according to this, it's Johnny, Collins, Kilman, Neto, Nunez, Neves, Moutinho, Anori, Pedense, Jimenez. And it could be a 4-2-3 on that one. And I like that team. I like them the way they set up as well. They've got good players there. I like Johnny as a wing back. I mean, Sarr, I like Sarr. He's a great goalkeeper, by the way. He saved Wolves many a time last season, I believe that. And look at that Wolves team, right? And for me, they haven't had the best of starts this season. And they go great going forward. But at the end of the day, it's just conceding silly goals. But what I like as well, by the way, they just broke the club record on Nunez from Sporting Lisbon. Mason rates him very, very highly. I think Nunez is going to take the Premier League by storm. And his long shooting is absolutely brilliant. I don't even know a lot about him.
Yeah. He looks a good player. Like I said, John, just earlier on there, that header he had against Tottenham, he just sort of got in there in the box and head at it, and he just missed the post. So you got to watch for him ghosting in. But I'm sure, and once he settles in the Premier League, he'll be a great player. And I think you'll get a little bit of stick tomorrow off Newcastle fans, maybe because of me the other day. I might have stuck that up a bit now, but they may already know this anyway. If there was a Sky Sports interview with him the other morning, I watched before I went off to work, and they said, "Oh, you speak very good English," and he said, "Oh yeah, because my dad's English and my stepdad's English," and he said, "So I learned a lot off him." And they went, "Oh yeah, your dad's from Sunderland, isn't he?" He went, "Yeah, he's from Sunderland." He says, So his stepdad's from Sunderland, so he'll probably get a bit of stick off the Newcastle fans tomorrow, and he'll probably not even know what it's all about. But
you soon find out. You soon find out.
You soon find out, won't he? Well, we'll soon hear it on the TV as well. But yeah, no, he's a good player. But yeah.
Well, see what's tomorrow. Nick on the line, who will we sign this window? And we go need a right side midfielder. We need another midfielder. And we could do with another goalkeeper as well. Because for me, Darlow's not good enough. I'm not being funny. Gillespie is not good enough. I think Gillespie should be going out on loan. He's a professional footballer. He should go back to Scotland and start his career again. But Darlow, for me, I just don't think he's good enough whatsoever. But I mean, I'll go out there and get a young keeper. He's going to has potential to come from the Pope. I know Dubravka's on his way. He's done at the club, so we know that. And that's my opinion. Why are we looking for a sort of loan deal? Dubravka from McTominay. For me personally, I would have waited for Leicester to come in, do a deal with Maddison and chuck in Dubravka in the deal as well. But I think Dubravka's made his mind up, by the way. Let's be real on that. Fulham's a tough team to beat. They'd definitely be safe. I think they will. I mean, Marco Silva's doing all right there in a minute. A big up Sinclair. Leicester fan here. I say no more. Roger Suit, Pochin, heading for the championship. Good luck to tune. Thank you so much indeed. Samuel, hit the subscribe button, mate, if you can. I think that's the first time. And for you, would you take Dubravka if we can have Morrison as part of the deal? Like you say, 50
Maddison.
million for Maddison to take, and you chuck in Dubravka as part of the deal. I think that'd be a cracking deal, mate. I really, really do. I don't like this rule that you have to have points to go away at games. How can you get points if you can't go? This is the thing. Yeah, I mean, this point system is always happening for years and years and years. It's like the season ticket. That's not going to change anytime soon. But you know what it is, Tony? Most people's got like at least 100 points. Yeah, maybe like an Adam Pearson, like someone like a Susan Snowden, and a few people like that I know. They got like loads of points.
I think, yeah, this loyalty point thing, I mean, it does split a lot. It splits about fan base a lot. And I mean, you know, depending on how many points you've got in, it's so hard to get away tickets now. It's totally impossible if you've got no points at all, unless, you know, for some reason they end up that they haven't sold them and then they just put them on general sale, which very, very rarely happens. Yeah, the loyalty points, I don't like this rule, if I'm honest, John. I mean, I used to have a season ticket in Newcastle, and yeah, I never liked it because it's, to me, it's just like, you know, it's just ridiculous. But that's the problem. You can't get to an away game, you know. It should just be, what they should do is, it should just be an open thing, a bit like it does with the home tickets. So like once they come on sale, they're on sale to season ticket holders and members only. And then after that, if there's any left, then go to general sale. But I'm not so sure about the loyalty points. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. But if you scrapped it, would there be an uproar? Probably. So, you know, you're damned if you do or you're damned if you don't. So basically, you know, it's just like, what do you do? How do you keep people happy? It's hard. It's, you know, it's not an easy thing to do. It's trying to weigh up whether to keep people happy by keeping the points or making people annoyed by getting rid of the points. So you're tipping the balance either way. It's there's no easy solution to it, unfortunately, I'm afraid. It's only the club can make that solution anyway and make that decision.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. You're absolutely right. It's just a bit odd as well. Got one here as well. Madison was not playing today. Anyone knows injured left foot, and Samus has been injured today. Apparently, he's been out injured. So, if that's true, we have to believe Sam as well. Guys, if you do like the video, like what you see, then please have to honor to hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button as well. 37 people watching so far. Thank you so much indeed. We'll double that if possible. If you'd like to super chat, so click on the $sign. If you'd like to become a member, it's 99p. And if you do join as a member, I've got a ticket to give away on Monday, not Tuesday, because Macy's got come on Monday, not Tuesday. She's got a PG for the Man U game, so it'll be on Monday night. So we can do a competition then, and there's a ticket there. A Newcastle versus Bournemouth game. It'll be 3 weeks from now at St James's Park, and to win this ticket, you have to become a member. So please click on the $sign 99p. Click on that, and you enter the competition. If your name comes out of the hat, then you win that match ticket. So we get your details, excuse me, as well. So have a think about it. 99p doesn't seem a lot. I'm not money on attended, but it'd be good to get some more members. But thank you. Look at this one. My wife's PSG fan. I'm taking that next year. If you're close to the pitch, it's €500 each. Wow.
Absolutely disgraceful, that, isn't it? How will they get away with that? Oh, but there again, come on, this man's getting away with a lot of things at PSG. You know, I mean, you know, this is a guy who owns Behind Sports, you know, John, and he was recently in court with the FIFA chief executive because he wanted the TV rights from 2026 to 2030. So the only way he could get them easier was to say to this guy, Jerome, whoever he is, from FIFA, who's no longer with FIFA, by the way, well, I'll tell you what, give me the TV rights and I'll buy you that €5 million Sardinia villa for you as well in Sardinia. So, you know, it's like, give me them rights and you can have your villa in Sardinia. And he bought me a €5 million villa in Sardinia to get the TV rights. You know, it's disgusting. They went to court. They got away with it and didn't even go to prison or anything for it. Absolutely disgraced when there's an actual fraud there in front of you. You know, it's absolutely disgusting. And yet this is the same guy who sent letters out to 19 clubs in the Premier League telling them to block our takeover. Collective lobbying, which is against the law in this country. You cannot do that. It's like saying Sainsbury's there's a Tesco's going to open up around the corner, and Sainsbury's says, "Oh no, you can't do that," and they get all the little shops in the area to protest as well. You're not allowed to collective lobbying; it's against the law. And yeah, so I'm not surprised to charge €500.
We're crazy, isn't it? It's a disgrace. I mean, football's just getting a bit of rip-off now, do you know what I mean? Because they know how to make flipping money. That is the thing. Where does that money go? In the back pockets? That one, not surprised. Gary, big up to Gary, by the way. I think the easiest way to do it, first come, first serve. Yeah, I think that could be a good idea. Get a new wide AG and ASM Ninja. I'm not sure about that one. Nothing here yet. The away ticket problem is easy to solve. 2K for the loyalty points, 1K for the loads of points. I think that's fair enough. Get a new Wi-Fi, get a big up to Trolls. Hope you're okay, mate. And €500 each. How do people have so much money? Crazy, man. Absolutely ridiculous,
Well,
man.
If that's €500 each for the sit near the front, near the pitch side, then how much is a season ticket there?
You talk about 5 figures then, if that's the case.
Yeah, and who's got that money? Unless you're rich.
Exactly. Unless you're foolish enough to pay the money as well, because at the end of the day, I will not pay €500. There's €500 for a match ticket. It's absolutely no way. It's not happening. If you're playing the Champions League final, right? It'd be about that much money anyway. If you go to the Europa League final, right, and we got charged £500 for our ticket, I still think people will pay. They would pay that money.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right, the flights is going to cost an arm and a leg, right, because they know who's going to book it, right? If it took place in Italy, for example, right, you get direct flight for, say, Newcastle to Milan or Bristol to Rome or whatever that sort of thing, right? I think he's going to fly to Spain and get a coach over there. I mean, much easier, do you know what I mean? So, best be prepared. So, if you ever get in the quarterfinal, meet, and we know if I was going to be playing, I'm going to put my tickets in advance about £30. I'd rather lose £30 than pay 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 quid a ticket. So it's crazy, man.
Disgraceful.
Shocking. Some are €1,900 near where I walk out tomorrow against Monaco.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. That. So you're probably talking about $1,500 in money just to have a ticket there. Why? Want to watch? No disrespect, John, to watch 90 minutes of football.
They lose fans.
And if the team loses, that's £1,500 you've just lost, you know?
Exactly. And the worst thing is, if you want to get kids into football, right, they're going about it the wrong way. I'm sorry, they have gone about it the wrong way. They'd rather watch it at home. They love to go to matches, can't afford it, and now they have to watch it at home. It's wrong. It is wrong. But still, away from that, we're going to talk about the Newcastle as well, how we're going to prepare tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to go 4-3-3, right? And give us your team lineup, mate, Tony. Who would you play against Wolves?
If I'm honest, tomorrow I think it'll be Pope in goal. It'll be a back four, Trippier, Shaw, Botman. And I'm going to say Burn over Target. Target didn't have a great game the other night, but he just come back from a dead leg. The midfield three will be unchanged. Joe Linton, Bruno, and Joe Willock. Up front, you're going to have Almiron on the right wing, Sant Maxim on the left. Now, it's a hard choice, this one, because I'm tying my who to put up front first. But the way I looked at it is the way Eddie Howe thinks. And the way Eddie Howe will be thinking is, I'm not putting Isak in from the start. I'm going to bring him on from the bench and get him into the flow of the football and get him used to it. So I think he's going to start with Chris Wood. Now, I know a lot of people might go, oh, not Chris Wood. Personally, I don't want Chris Wood starting. I'd rather have Isak starting. But I'm trying to look at it from the perspective that Eddie may think, I'm not going to throw him straight in at the deep end. I want him to sit on the bench, watch the pace of the game, and then bring him on into the... So I think Wood might start this one tomorrow because he did score that goal against Tranmere, although I know it's only against Tranmere. But when you're a striker and you've scored, you've got confidence. So who knows, he may get 2 and 2, which is a rarity for Chris Wood. But But I honestly think he's going to start with Wood. I've just got that feeling that Wood's going to start tomorrow. I just don't know why, John, but I've just I think the way Eddie did with Bruno when he wouldn't start Bruno straight away. And I just think that's going to be the same tomorrow. But Wood will definitely not start on Wednesday against Liverpool, that's for sure. So yeah, I think that's what will happen. That's my idea. It may totally change. It may totally be different from that, So that's why I'm saying it's either or. But I'm going to just say Wood at the moment over Isak. Although it should be Isak over Wood.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I have to go with the same as well. But I think in a game like this, I mean, I'm going to have to kind of agree there sort of thing as well. I think Isak will play from the subs bench as well. But the problem is, right, subs, right, looks very, very weak. It looks very, very weak, and that needs to be sorted out as well. I'm sure in January, right, we'll probably get about 3, 4, 5 more players coming in January window, right? And then we get a strong bench. That'll be our next step. And get rid of players that aren't good enough for me. I mean, Jacob Murphy, that's well documented. Federico Fernandez, I like him. He needs to be playing games, yeah? For me, play against Jamal Lascelles, for me, that's his level against Chamia, right? Let's be real. Sean Longstaff, look, I like him, but I still think he's not match fit, I mean, for the first score, that was down to him as well, where he tried to track back. He didn't track back at all whatsoever. So that needs to be ironed out as well. It needs to be ironed out because at the end of the day, the subs bench just cannot change again. Because someone leave in the comments down below or someone leave us in the live chat, look at the subs bench. Who's going to change us? Who's going to change a game from the subs bench? I can't think of anyone at all whatsoever.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I can't either, John, to be fair. I mean, if we bring a right winger in, now I'm going to put my neck on the line, yeah, and I still think Diaby is still on the table. I still think there's a deal there to be done because, like I say, Hudson-Odoi's gone over to Leverkusen. They're struggling. I seriously think Diaby wants to leave now. He may be doing it quietly that he wants to leave, and that's not blasted all over the media.
Yeah.
And I think if Diaby comes in, I think hopefully. And I'm praying we get rid of Jacob Murphy because he's absolutely woeful. Get rid of Murphy, and Almiron will go back on the bench, obviously. But if say Diaby came in, but then if you had to bring Diaby off for any reason, at least you got Almiron who can go in there and fill that role. So then you have got quality coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But when it's Jacob Murphy coming off the bench. He came on against City. I thought, oh, here we go. I've got no confidence in this guy whatsoever. Absolutely woeful. I don't know about you as well, John. I was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
And obviously, when we signed Almiron, obviously he's got the number 24 shirt in Newcastle. Now, I think like City done with Mark Vivian 40 shirt, number 23 at theirs. I think we should have retired the 24 shirt in honour of Czech Tiote because,
Agree.
Like I say, Man City done it with Mark Vivian 4. He wasn't playing for them no more, but they retired the number 23 shirt, I think it was, that he used to wear there. So, they've retired that shirt and nobody can have that now, that number. And I think that's what we should have done. But unfortunately, under our previous owner, he doesn't think like that. And Almiron wears that shirt anyway. But I don't know. It was just something I thought of the other day, and I thought, should we have really retired that shirt, or should we carry on? I don't know what you think, John.
Yeah, I could have to agree there as well. I mean, you look at it, right? Look, Francesco Totti, right, plays for Roma. That number 10's to be retired for quite a long time, unless Saniola still playing that one as well. That's retired as well because he's a true legend at that football club. Maradona, that 10's been retired as well. And, and look, you're right. I think he should be retired, but icons, big names, like he's done it. I believe in they should be retired. Gianfranco Cazorla, right? Cazorla, retired, number 25 as well. Totally agree. Number 14 for Arsenal should have been retired as well, in my opinion, after Thierry Henry. Guess what? Eddie Nketiah's got that shirt as well. And Arsenal fans are kicking off it as well. So I totally agree, man. I mean, legends, I do love legends at football clubs, you know, and they should retire. Pele, number 10 shirt as well. Iconic. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, they need to think that as well. I mean, the number 9 shirt's never going to be retired at Newcastle.
No.
But I know people are saying, right, I can remember Obafemi Martins, right, came to us from Inter Milan. People are saying that number 9 should not be worn until you got to earn for a number 9 shirt. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're centre forward and you're good enough, he come to us, said, I take number 9 shirt. The guy's got confidence. I mean, if you give us marks out of 10 for Obafemi Martins, I'll give him 7 to 8 out of 10 because that guy's absolutely brilliant. I know he hasn't got great first touch, but for me, I think Obafemi Martins did all right at Newcastle United, yeah? I think it's top quality. People don't agree with what I'm saying, but for me, I think he's decent at the time. So there you go. Wolves fans aren't worried about Wood. He has a good record against them. And also missed out Trule's message. Wood scored last season, but didn't seem to get going at all in any way, shape, or form. I like Coffee. Hopefully, Wood sign scoring boots after the goal against Tranmere. I think Isak could score for Defo. So I don't rate Longstaff. Longstaff over gifted Man City a goal of his back pass. Yeah, not good. Not even Tranmere was Lascelles level. He should play as a striker and Wood as a CB.
Lascelles, yeah. That's his new name, Lascelles.
Lascelles. He should be last selling. Do you know what I mean? Lascelles.
Well, at least he scored for it, John.
Absolutely. Tranmere? Wow.
Yeah.
Longstaff's not good enough. Has plenty of chances. Look, has he improved at Newcastle? I don't think he has, you know. Our bench is championship material. Paul, that is the thing, mate. That is the thing. They are not good enough to get into this team. We need to beef up our subs bench as well and get young, quality talent sort of to come through. Early Isak is a game changer from the bench, and it won't be long before he starts anywhere. Miggy and Willock, I think, will still be much stronger subs. Rich, big up to you, mate, and do hit the subscribe button as well, mate, if you can. Got 3,400 subs now. Thank you very much indeed for that. Do you think we'll be keeping a similar formation and line up against Wolves? Yes, we will. Isak, for me, Isak will be out to subs bench as well. We were linked with Edson, Alvarez, 25 million, called to reports from Mexico. We put in the first bid in that got rejected. We're going to come back for a second bid as well. I don't know a lot about him, but apparently Ajax rate him around 20. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some stats on him here. I'll share that to the screen, and then gives people an idea of what sort of player he is and what his strengths are, his weaknesses, and things like that.
Just look,
Just bear with me, John, and that will be up on screen now. Okay, so he's 6'1", 24-year-old Mexican. His preferred foot is right. He can play defensive right, defensive centre, defensive midfield, and midfield centre. So in his 2 games this season, he's assisted 1 goal. So as you can see on the heat map here, this is where the area is that he's more active in, rather than right up in the final third. Although he has been up there, but this is his most action areas here. So the last game he played in was this one against Sparta, where Ajax won. He played 90 minutes, didn't assist any goals, but in that game he got a rating of 7.6. So in that game, 79 out of 94 accurate passes, so that was 84% accuracy rate. 5 long balls in that game, 2 dribble attempts, 2 successful, and then 5 long balls, 3 of them were successful. He won 10 ground duels, aerial duels 1 or 3. So he's not a bad player. He's good for his height and things like that. We'll go back out of there now, and we'll have a look at his stats from last season.
Yeah.
See what he done. So there's his heat map again. But as you can see, a bit in the final third there, but most of it around here, around the midfield. The back end as well. So he does a lot of defensive work here in the midfield. So massive heat map there for the whole season. He started 28 out of 31 games last season. He scored 5 goals, and he assisted one goal. He assisted one as well. Accuracy per game is 86%. That's not bad at all, passes wise. Accurate per game, like I say, 86% there. Accuracy in his own half is 89%. Accuracy in the opposition half is 84%. And with long balls, it's 58%. And 67% with chip passes as well. So he does a lot of work, and he's a good player on the ball as well. Defending, interceptions is 1.4 per game and 2 tackles per game.
Wow.
So overall, he ain't a bad player. That's what you're going to get for, say, 40 million euros, if that's what the fee is. His strengths are positioning, aerial duels, which we've already seen in those stats there, and he has no outstanding weaknesses. So he'll have some sort of weakness somewhere along the line, but obviously nothing major outstanding. And this game here, he got 8.5 when they played Vitesse Arnhem back in May. And he played 90 minutes, scored 1 goal in that game. 1 dribble attempt successful, 84% accurate of passes, 49 out of 58 of them. So, yeah, he had a great game that day. So technically, he's not a bad player. And if that's the case, then get him. Because also, not only that, as we say, now we haven't got Kraft, if, say, Trippier got an injury or a suspension, he can slot into the right side defence and playing Trippier's role. So, he's versatile as well. So that's ideal.
I think that's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if you'd like to take Albert... Yeah.
Sorry. I think he's I mean, his all-round play isn't bad at all. I mean, I haven't seen the guy play. I've only just looked at what them stats say. But, he can do defence, midfield, centre-half. So he can even play centre-half if we had an injury crisis there. So, he's an action man type player. So, yeah, let's bring him in if he's that good, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, Eddie Howe knows best, Donny, and Dan Ashworth knows exactly what he's doing as well. I mean, I think he'd be ideal as well. So, don't know a lot about him. According to those heat maps as well, and the tactics and the style of play he's going to produce. Leave your comments section down below, please, people. And also, would you take Alvarez on to Newcastle United? I think our owner's got a wake-up call at Tranmere when it comes to our subs. I mean, I kind of agree with that one, Jules. I have to agree. I think they know exactly what they're doing. Do you think there's any truth in Edson Alvarez and Ajax rumour? Rumours we had a 25 mil turned down and supposed to be going back in. If you're back in, it's not over yet, but Ajax are real tough negotiations as well. United's found out with Ante as well. They want around 80 plus million English money as well. Wow, good luck at that. But they don't want to sell him. But they know United can be mugged on the transfer market. Then they're going to have to pay for it. But we just see. So, yeah, on to the Newcastle game as well. And we've done the tactics well. Eddie Howe's going to put out a team that's going to try and win the game. And I've got to ask you your predictions, mate.
Yeah, I think we'll beat Wolves 2-0 tomorrow. I'm going to say 2-0. I'm going to say Bruno on the score sheet. I think Maxi will have another great game tomorrow. Well, I hope he does. I hope he carries on from where he left off last week. And I hope he's took notice of what Trippier said to him. You need to start playing like this every week. Because if you've got a St. Maximin playing like that week in, week out, then not many teams are going to beat you. And they're going to be defending for their lives. Because any right back is going to be scared of St. Maximin when he's on that form. And you know what? The thing is, I don't rate Trent Alexander-Arnold that highly as a right back. And if St. Maximin goes to Anfield on Wednesday and plays like that, Alexander-Arnold's in serious trouble because he won't be able to handle him. And I think he'll cause more fouls than anything. And is that the reason why Alexander-Arnold doesn't get in the England team as a right back? Because Southgate doesn't rate him. So, but I know he's dangerous to these free kicks and that. Alexander-Arnold. But if Maxi plays like that, he's enough to worry the best right backs in the world. So, So if he plays like that tomorrow, I can't see why we can't win the game. But I think it'll be Maxi, and I think Isak will come off the bench and score a dream debut goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you count on that, talk to Trippier every single day, ask him questions, tell him what's to be done, and then make sure Kieran keeps at him every single time. Get on his nerves, until he gets it right. World-class players and quality players needs to be learning every single day. It's as simple as that. I really are trying to get a loan from the McTominay. That's a shame for Dubs. Only question that I have is why. I don't get it, Truls. It makes absolutely no sense. Look, if Dubravka wants to go to Man United, I wish him all the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? But will he get in the first team? Will he play as number one keeper? I think he'll probably play in Europa League games as well as a number one keeper. Premier League, I'm not sure. But all I'm saying is I wish Martin all the best in the world. But apparently, I still get a lot of people saying that we should not be doing business at Man United because there could be rivals in the future. And I have to kind of agree. Do you know what I mean? I had a tweet today saying that United needs all the help they can. Yeah, they're above us now. It's as simple as that. And he also said that's a dream move to Man United. Yeah. And the Kremlin one, big up to you, mate. I think we'll start tomorrow. Isak will come for the last 20 minutes or so. Probably last 30 minutes. If Wood doesn't get into the game, we need someone different. Tony, I mean, if Dubravka goes to United, I hope he doesn't get stick from us fans. I wish him well, but should he be getting stick? For me personally, you shouldn't, because we may talk about this again tomorrow. It's because of what he's done for us. He saved us in games, so he should be getting beat. And some of our fan base as well, right, are calling him out for going to United and calling him a traitor, calling him a snake. It is unfair.
Yeah, it's unfair. We shouldn't give him any stick, really, because he has saved us a lot. I mean, God, there's some games where we could have been absolutely woeful and been hammered. You know, I mean, look, just remember his debut against Man United when we won 1-0. And, how much he kept us in that game, because they could have scored 2, 3 or 4 easily that day if it wasn't for Dubravka. There's times he saved us. Yes, sometimes he hasn't been great, but there's more. But the positives outweigh the negatives, and he's done very well for us. I, for one, won't give him stick. I just don't want us doing business with Man United, because why should we? With the way they've treated us. They have strung us along with Lingard. They've done the same with Henderson. But then at the end of the January window, it was reported on Sky Sports that night on the deadline day that Newcastle and West Ham were constantly ringing Man United about Lingard, and Man United refused to answer the phone to them. So what does that show you about their club? An absolute shambles of a club, and it's disgraced the way they're run. But we should not be doing business with Man United. We shouldn't be even entertaining them. We should just tell them where to go and sling the hook and say, look for another keeper elsewhere, because you ain't come calling here. But the only problem is then Dubravka makes an issue about it, that he wants to go to Man United. And if he goes to Man United, even if we try and palm off to Leicester, he might say no to that. So he could scupper any deal we want from Maddison if we try to use him as a make weight. So we've got to be careful on this one. But if he wants to go to Man United, let him go. He can't play against us because he'd be on loan. So he can't play against your parent club. So, but the only thing I can't understand is, John, and probably the people in the chat as well, they might be the same. Can anybody understand why Dubravka wants to leave Newcastle as a number 2 now, because he ain't getting past Pope, to go to Man United as a number 2? Why would you do that? And, it just doesn't make sense. Yes, he might play cup games for them, and he might get in the odd European game, but I just think it's a backward step, and I just don't understand it. So, we just wait and see how this one plays out.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Well said, by the way. AG, how do you become a member to your channel? I just sent a link. It's on top of the chat. Click into that and just pay what you want. 99p. That's all it is, my friend. 99p. The link is on top of the chat as well if you want to become a member. So, and I'll show you his game in a bit. At least if he goes on loan, he won't play against us. That's a Leslie. I hate Man U, but thanks to for his years here. Great player. But when you go to Man U, I'm done with that player. Wow, Jules, man. Instead of Tom there, they can give us Ericsson. Fair enough. I'd take Ericsson all day long. I would play Wood and Isak for the last 30 minutes if I was used. Get Maxi with the ball in. He's based on 4-4-2 and just have a real go. And there you go, AG. That's if you want to become a member, there is the link. Just click on that. It's on top of the chat. Click on that. Click on 99p. That is all it is. And then you'd be entering a competition for a match ticket as well. Big up to Alan. Agreed, John. It's not fair. Dub's been good servant for Toon. Can't blame him for wanting to play for them. If he wants to play for United, he can play for United. Simple as that. Good call from Aaron. Big up to Laura Mack as well. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Dubravka never recovered from the Euros. He was never had the same. Wow, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, he had that absolute dreadful last game against Spain where they got beat 5-0. They got plummered, didn't they? And then obviously after that, he had this foot injury, didn't he? Which, there was a thing, was he going to actually come back to football? Was it going to be career ending? Nobody knew. But I agree with what Laura said. Yeah, he's never been the same since the Euros, and he hasn't really. They're just some of the games he's played where, Everton away last year, Alex Iwobi could have stopped that goal going in, but his positioning was all wrong for it and gave Iwobi the goal to aim at, So, yeah, he has made a lot of mistakes, and I just can't. He just won't get past Pope, unfortunately.
The thing is, though, Tony, as well, his distribution is not the best, I can't lie, but shot stopping has been absolutely excellent. However, you're right there, and I agree with Lauren aware that it hasn't been the same from the Euros as well. But listen, at the end of the day, you cannot diss top quality keepers. Martin's in that category as well. You never know. He may go to Old Trafford and he may get them the Champions. He may make saves after saves after saves and get us the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? He may come with us. Well, he cannot play anyway against us, by the way. But listen, I think he's a decent keeper. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, he can go simple as that. Really, one player wants to play for Newcastle United. And maybe Dubravka feels he can take the Hayes place. I think he'll be a number 2, to be fair. But listen, and yet, it is what it is. If Dubs went anywhere else, like a Leicester, I will wish him well. There you go. We are going to discuss more Dubravka tomorrow, especially if he moves to Old Trafford as well. We're going to talk about Maisie as well and what she makes of it as well. I think she'd be quite happy with this move as well. And look, she likes new signings, and there you go. So he's saying 2-0 to Newcastle. I'm going to say 2-1 to Newcastle as well. I think it'll be a good game. And I just can't see us getting beat at all whatsoever. I think Nick Pope's going to have a wonderful game again. He's a proper goalkeeper. Regardless, would have liked Dubs to fight for his place in Newcastle. This is the thing. I know I'm getting people saying they can't understand why he wants to leave us to go to United and be a number 2 there. I just don't get. This is the thing, right? He's going to miss it on the bigger, greatest things, Tony. You know what I mean? You've got a project going, right? Eddie Howe's trying to turn this into a project youth project, whatever you want to call it. I think it'd be brilliant if he stayed with us. But at the end of the day, right, we're going to overtake Man United in future years, yeah? We will do. I think we're going to win the title before United. I also think we're going to get in the Champions League before United. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I think we'll be above Man United this season, John, if I'm honest. The way they're playing. So, I wouldn't rule it out being above Man United at the end of this season. I just don't get where he's coming from with this, and that's the only thing I can think of is why on earth he wants to give up being a number 2 here to go to Man United, and I just can't get that part out of my head. And it's just like, if I was a goalkeeper and I thought, hang on, I'm a great keeper here, but I'm a number 2. I want to be a number 1. I would look at somewhere like Leicester and think, do you know what? Yeah, okay, I could go to Man United and play there. but I'll be sitting on the bench. But if I go to Leicester, I'm guaranteed a game week in, week out, you know? So I'll be thinking to myself, okay, yeah, it'd be great being at Man United because I can get up to here, I can go in Europe and whatever. But then I can go to Leicester and I can play every week. So to me, if it was me, I would be saying, I'd rather go to Leicester and play week in and week out. Because if you're stuck on a bench for, say, 20 games and then you've got to come off the bench to, you know, play another game, you'll probably be rusty by then. So, you know, so it's going to take a while to get yourself back in the action. So I just think it's a silly move. But, you know, if he goes, good luck to him. But that's all I can say. But I just don't want to go into Man United, unfortunately.
Fair enough. I could understand if they're winning titles after titles after titles. I could also understand if you want to play in the Champions League. I get that. I get it. But, well, he'd be better off staying here. But if he wants to leave, he can go, and wish him all the best as well. But, Tony, I have to agree with you. It can only be a pair deal. That's from Leslie, and Jules agree with that. And there's only one United, John. Yes, we know. And it's Newcastle. All the way. Not for John. There you go. But we're definitely going to talk more about tomorrow. You're definitely going to talk about tomorrow about Alvarez as well. Alvarez seems a decent player. And I like coffee. Do Man U fans prefer De Gea or Dubravka? I still think they prefer De Gea at this moment in time, but he's not been playing well.
So, yeah, I go along with that one. I think they prefer De Gea, but there again, you never know. You know, Dubravka goes there, gets in the team. He may keep De Gea out, but you know, just have to see how it goes. Absolutely.
Listen, we're going to wrap up there, Tony. Thanks, Jules. I appreciate that. We wrap up there because, you know, it's going to be like an hour and a quarter, 15, 20 as well. And, Tony, can you just give a shout out to the viewers for the people that don't know you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter. That's my account down there, TonyTooney31. Give me a follow and I'll follow you back.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Jules. Big up to Ryan as well. Give a strike for Sweden versus Alexander and his name is Isak. That's a brilliant one, by the way. Take it from ABBA. We are back into late 70s, 80s. That song came up. Great song. I'll show Newcastle will play that as well. And thank you, Jules. Thank you. I like coffee. Macy likes you very highly, by the way. I've got to keep saying that. And well done, John, Tony. Thank you so much indeed. Paul. TCW, good show, lads. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Great show as always, lads. Please be sure tomorrow. We're doing the warm-up show tomorrow at the kick's 2:00. We could do a 12:30.
Could do, or a bit earlier, John, maybe, because you may have fans travelling down there, so they might want to view it. So, you know, we may have to do a bit earlier, but then
man, definitely. Aye.
Yeah,
we'll definitely do that as well, and I'll be happy with that. 12:15. What would you say? 12, 2:15. Probably kicks 1:00. Yeah, we'll probably do 12, 12:15. I'll leave it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come up with a time, John, and we'll put it out there. Yeah,
I'm happy with that, man. Very happy with that. Alan, big up to you. Thank you for AG. If you click on that link, like I said, just click on that 99p, and we'll go for that. Thanks, Alan. Fulham are goal up, by the way, and
that's a shock.
It is. Mitchell scored for Fulham against Arsenal, so that'll be 1-0 to Fulham. I think AFTV will love that, won't they? League Guller will be absolutely spitting feathers as well. Thanks, Andy, mate, for that. Mitchell's on the fire. I'll be watching. Thanks, Aaron. That'll be 12 or 15:15. We will let you know. And Foxy, Dubravka, my best to go anywhere he likes. He deserves to put in years of performances that pay back the money we spent on him. Good luck to him. No need to be bitter. I have to agree there. I have to wish him all the best wherever he decides to go. Good show, boys, as always. Nice in the game. I mean, thank you so much indeed, my guy. And thank you. If you do like the video and you like what you see, you know exactly what to do. Please have to honor. Let's hit the like button. Also, hit subscribe button. 3,400 I've got now. That's 600 new subscribers in 6 weeks. which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you. And if you'd like to super chat, then click on the $sign. Also, use the thanks option as well after the show. And if you'd like to become a member, click on the join button, 99p, and you could be entering the competition on Monday to win a Newcastle United ticket against Bournemouth. And it's free if your name comes out first. Me, Tony, and Mace are going to talk about that as well backstage, and we'll sort it out. And thank you for Jeff. Love you. Showed the love to Jeff, by the way. Thank you. For me, I'm not bitter. I just don't like if he goes to Man United. And Dubs needs a financial incentive to stay as number 2. He is good enough to be our number 1, and we should pay to keep him here. Unfortunately, Andy, I think his time here is done. And Barbara, I've got to get Barbara on me sure, man. Barbara, I sent you a Facebook message. You want to call me sure? Then just reply back. I'll get you on the show. And she's one of my favourites not to be on me sure. And Mitchell puts Fulham 1 up against Arsenal. I said to Barbara once, Tony, I thought she's Canadian. I was so wrong. She's the look of the Irish, and we do love Irish as well. And she is no different. So, guys, thank you for coming on. We're backstage. We're back tomorrow for the warm-up. And until then, have a fantastic evening with you decide to do, Pete. And it is a goodbye for now. And enjoy your day.